My name is Laurent Schnauer. I'm co-founder of Fly. I'm really passionate about new technologies, and I naturally fell in love with drones when I first met them a few years ago. I'm convinced that in the future we'll have flying robots around us helping us in our daily lives. But before that, we must overcome a few challenges, in particular with respect to safety and usability. So what we did at Fly is to go back to the drawing board and invent the flying robot of the future. It had to be safe, robust, and with a great user experience. We've been hacking around in my attic for about a year, building prototypes out of balsa wood and DIY electronics. And after many trials, Fly eventually stayed in the air and proved to us that it was all possible. So based on this, we managed to convince Pierre Loest, who is a famous Belgian entrepreneur, but also a talented drone pilot. He became really enthusiastic about the project and decided to invest.
Quand j'ai vu pour la première fois Fly, j'ai tout de suite compris que ce n'était pas un drone. C'est autre chose. C'est comme un dessin de Da Vinci ou de Spielberg qui prend réalité devant vous. Prenez Fly en main et vous comprendrez pourquoi j'ai décidé d'investir dans ce projet.
What makes flying design so innovative? It's made of a single shielded propeller and 4 control vanes for stability. It has the same size and weight of a soccer ball, it's packed with sensor, a powerful onboard computer, a HD camera and a Wi-Fi connection. We wanted Fly to be smart and autonomous, so you don't have to be always piloting it. You can select a simple mission through the mobile app and just enjoy the live streaming. Fly is a lot of fun to play and interact with, but it's more than a toy. It's really a platform on which you invent the future of flying robots. We have 2 APIs and an SDK which enable developers to create applications for controlling Fly remotely or run on the onboard computer. It runs Linux and supports the popular computer vision library.
The guitar is one of the most popular musical instruments in the world, but learning guitar takes time, commitment, and is tough on the hands. Can we focus on the music and not the aching fingers? Introducing Curve Guitar. No strings attached. We designed the curve to fit the shape of your hand and reach of your fingers. Your fingers can comfortably touch 8 distinct places on your palm. There are 8 chords in a key, 8 notes in an octave, and 8 notes in a scale. Starting up the curve is simple. Download, connect, and play. To play the curve, you simply press down on a touchpad and strum the pick. The curve has 3 guitars: electric, acoustic, and bass. The curve recognizes a variety of gestures. A sideways flick of the wrist will change the octave up or down, whilst a downwards flick will switch between a single note and a chord. Shaking the curve whilst playing a note will produce a vibrato effect.
We use our smartphones for everything, but it seems like the battery can never keep up. Before long, it's at 1% and on the verge of dying. Now you might carry a charging cable with you, but sometimes there are no power outlets nearby, and even if there were, the cheap cable that comes with your phone isn't always reliable. But think about the power sources that are all around us, all the time. Everywhere you look, there are people with smartphones and tablets, each with their own battery. What if there was a way for our devices to connect with each other and share their battery life? Well, now there is. With AnyLink, the only charging cable you'll ever need. On one end, there's a micro USB connector for Android phones. For iPhones, just slide on the attached lightning adapter. The other end has a standard USB connector for wall chargers and computers. The cable itself is protected with tangle-free nylon for extra durability. But what really makes AnyLink so unique is its ability to share battery life between devices. Here's how it works. Hidden within the USB connector is a pop-out micro USB. I just plug this end into my phone, she plugs the other end into hers, and just like that, her phone is charging. Pretty amazing, right? No wall outlet, no batteries, just one amazing cable. AnyLink works with more than just phones. If I have my tablet on me, I can use its large battery as a power source to keep my phone charged. I just connect the two using my AnyLink cable, throw them in my bag, and I can charge my phone on the go. With AnyLink, I can stop worrying about my battery life and enjoy my social life.
Imagine transforming your smartphone into a professional microscope and exploring the fascinating microcosm that is all around you. See the life within a droplet of natural water. Investigate a biological sample on a microscope slide, or simply find out what hides on your fingernail. Smoothly and flawlessly integrated with the capabilities of a smartphone, MuPeak will expand your imagination beyond your own boundaries.
Miniature design does not mean miniature functionality. MuPeak has capabilities that even costly laboratory microscopes generally lack. Using innovative optical illumination architecture, MuPeak combines the advantages of several advanced contrasting techniques. When using standard microscope slides, remove the microscope slide holder from the adhesive back of MuPeak. Attach the device to your phone, insert the microscope slide into the holder and start working. It's so simple and powerful, so don't be surprised if it becomes a professional's first choice. MuPeak makes a great tool to teach advanced microscopy at high schools and universities, where cost is naturally a concern. MuPeak not only helps to save finances, but also saves valuable shelf space. And thanks to MuPeak's excellent portability, project works are no longer restricted to indoor locations. Students can work directly in the field, easily record and share their pictures via their smartphone, and above all, have fun learning. Because MuPeak is so sleek, it may continue to be attached to your smartphone and go into your pocket almost unnoticed. However, once unveiled, it will certainly catch the attention of your friends. Give them a hands-on illustration of MuPeak and send them the microscopic pictures taken via your favorite social networks.
When I started at Apple, Steve's sister Patty was plugging the chips onto the boards on the coffee table in the living room while she watched The Gong Show. I'm pretty much the person who built most of the Macintosh prototypes. There was just no access to technology the way we have it now. The Apple I was a watershed event in terms of price and capability and the average person being able to own this computer. The Pine 64 is an improvement beyond my wildest expectations.
Introducing the Pine 64. The Pine 64 is a fully expandable 64-bit quad-core single-board computer with a 1.2 GHz 64-bit ARM Cortex CPU, 2 USB ports, an Ethernet port, and a full 4K HDMI output. The Pine 64 has everything you need to build your next project. Purchase the basic unit to run Linux or Android, or add on components to create your own custom computer. We're constantly developing new modules for the Pine 64 platform, such as a 5-megapixel camera, Bluetooth 4.0 and Wi-Fi card, lithium battery, or even an LCD touch panel, just to name a few. The Pine 64 also has 2 I/O expansion ports, compatible with many other components, such as Z-Wave, Zigbee, and X10.
For the price of a meal, the Pine 64 is a fully fledged computer. It's versatile, it's modular, and it's more powerful than most of the competition on the market. We at OpenHub are excited about the endless possibilities that the combination of the Pine 64 and OpenHub can bring. So having really a board that works well with OpenHub. It's really a perfect starting point for many more users. And it means that smart home technology becomes more easily accessible for everyone.
With access to over 1.6 million Android apps on the market today, the Pine 64 really can be your most affordable 64-bit computing platform. Run Office apps, watch full 4K videos, stream from apps like Netflix, and play games or more. We're fully compatible with Android Lollipop 5.1, Ubuntu Linux, OpenHab, and more.